Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for you, all people. I speak for the rights of every human being on the face of the earth. I'm not a government organization, and not what you call a private organization. I'm a personal person that loves righteousness, and I love to dream about all human beings on the face of the earth having games and having fun, even in what they do every day, even in the life that they live. That's what I'm for. I'm not for one person taking advantage of another. If you want to compete, play football, play basketball, dance, sing if you want to compete. But that's the essence of it. And your reward is that you win. And excuse me, your reward is that you win, and that's it. Now, we're dealing with some major stuff in America. I want to tell you that based upon my understanding, based upon what I just articulated to you about my interest in basic human rights, America is one of the worst nations on the face of the earth. It's just as bad as Russia. It's just as bad as others. And it's really, really bad because the people of America have been used to trying to do better. In these other countries, they wanted to do better and couldn't because they got the punishment. But we have tried. And now, having tried and watching what's going around in the world, we're still allowing one man's mouth to represent a lot of people in this country. I start to say a few, but a lot of people in this country to take over. Well, somebody needs to make sure that the people of this country know that the president is a mouthpiece. He's not the boss. Let me say that again. The president of the United States is a mouthpiece. He's not the boss. The boss of the American system of government is the people of the United States of America. We are the boss. And when we, the people, speak, everybody else move or sit down. No, you don't do anything unless you standing up for righteousness. And when that means you know better than what is the will of God. Now, why am I saying this to you? Because I went and asked for the answer to the problems of America and the problems of the world. And my solution that I received was do the right thing. Do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. There's a lot of ways, my friend. That's the simple answer. Now, we have a president as a voice trying to be boss. And the way the system has been set up, it has been holding, they say, since the beginning of time. What beginning of time meaning America's time. But I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, who America really is. We talk about the criminal in the White House. You talk about all those people he's surrounding himself with. But understand, this is America. America, this is the nation where people came from another country trying to do what they wanted to do, and that might be a lot of things, so I'm not going to try to pinpoint any specific. And in order to do that, they were willing to come and murder people who basically own this country. They were the ones that lived here. They actually murdered them, ran them out of this country. Now, what do you call evil? What do you call evil, ladies and gentlemen? A lack of compassion, a lack of doing for others as you want to do, just disrespect, murder, kill these people. This is what America is founded on. When you walk around here, I guess this is what the white folks say. This is our land. We're going to, now nobody's going to take it. We took it. Not only did they take it, they brought a group of people here and made them work for nothing or pennies to build this joker that they can say is theirs, that they can say makes them the most precious nation on the face of the earth. That's what they say, right? That allows them to go and I remember as a boy, we used to watch the war. Well, I didn't watch the war, but I watched movies of the war. World War II. And we used to see some of the ugliest things that was happening, especially Germany, how the people were treated and how in war, what happened. And we were, as a kid, we were so glad that that stuff wasn't happening here. It made us feel that we were a much better country. And now, right now, we feel like many of us that we're worse than what they were doing. And it's all because there are a group of people in this country who are remaining from killing all the natives on this land and bringing other people and making them slaves. Because that's the philosophy that is being implemented right here today. Project 2025 is exactly that, except they want to take you back worse than the slavery before. They want to make sure that you actually know and you'll never try to stand up again. That's what they want to do. And what's happening? It's all over America. How do you think Donald Trump became president of the United States? He's a crook. Violated all the rules. You don't know, black people might have voted for him, but they didn't put him in office. Who put Donald Trump in office? White people, or people who look white, put him in office. Why? Because they thought that he was going to do something, but since they weren't dark like me, they didn't have too much to worry about. And he's screwing over everybody. Everybody that he can't bend, and even the ones that's bent, he's screwing over them. That's the way it is. But for the people who don't want to get down, I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if Donald Trump keeps on doing, Mega keeps on doing, and the country allows him to continue to do what he's doing, trying to get away with it, all it will take is one small nation, oh, like Ukraine, but not Ukraine, hopefully, one small nation to serve as David. America will be the Goliath, and there will be a little David who will kick America's. I know you don't like this, but I'm gonna tell you like it is. Will kick America's ass easily. We think we got the greatest nation on the earth. We think we got the most militaristic nation on the face of the earth. By having that, we are the easiest nation on earth to destroy. The biggest, most powerful nation on earth is the most easiest nation to destroy. To destroy. Now, let me get on back. I didn't intend to talk this long. I just wanted to say a few words to you this morning. But I want you to. I was thinking. Well, I was listening to TV and I'm listening to the news about Trump hiding and Trump always giving in. I want you to stop laughing at him for giving in, because you don't know what people like that would do. You get upset because you laughing at him, he go push a button and destroy everything he possibly can just to get even with you. So stop laughing at him. He's no good. Just tell it like it is. You don't have to laugh. Ain't nothing about Donald Trump funny. I don't care how many losses he have. Ain't nothing about it funny. Now, these acts that they are defying right now, trying to act like they don't know what to do. Everybody in America knows that no one is supposed to be above the law, but we have found that white people are. And white people, yes, black people know what you're trying to do. Black people know that you are evil. Now, yes, there's a lot of decent white people, but for the most part, white people are evil. They are the ones that have had evil standing up on its toes. Black people, you know that. You've experienced that. And others of you know that. So if you think you're going to trust a white person, you must be out of your mind. And white people, I know you're not going to trust people who you've done to them what you've done. I know you're not going to trust them. So nobody's going to trust anybody. No one. We're not going to trust you. You're not going to trust us. And you're not going to be going up and there making some laws trying to waste our time. We got life to live. So the message is, do the right thing. Do the right thing. When you say housing, oh, you can mess up people when you got your idea, your idea, your idea, but God's idea is that everybody got houses. That eliminates any problems that can come out of housing. Same thing for education, same thing for healthcare. Do the right thing. It works for everybody. Works for everybody. And everybody protect themselves from anybody that would try to mess that up. Now, this young man that's been transported to another country illegally, according to the evilness of the American people. And I say the American people because he's still over there. Donald Trump no matter took him over there, but he's still there. That means that you have no power to get him back, or you don't know what the power is. I'm going to tell you what the power is to get him back. Everybody, what you want to call these police, and how many of those guys are that just were released from the January 6th debacle? How many of those guys are wearing those uniforms? Well, you don't know, so but that's a possibility. If you want to stop what they're doing, because they're the lawyers and everybody's saying, well, we don't know, we're going to try you, we're just going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. Then you're going to have to use the courts to stop it. In other words, they've already said that, well, we've been reminded they're gangsters. Gangsters got their own rules. They don't follow the rules of anybody else. The only time you can stop a gangster is when you're doing something does not appreciate, you put him in jail. That's the only thing that'll stop him. That'll slow him down. That still might not stop him. So Trump, we're not all of this stuff that you're talking about, they were talking about going to court and stuff, that ain't doing nothing but give it time to normalize all this junk that Trump and this evil people of this country are trying to do. But like as I said, Trump just a mouthpiece. The people are the boss. and the people should speak. And all the people got to do is those guys that's working with the government, that's violating the law, especially like Trump and those pretending police are doing, all you got to do, stop the money. No paycheck going out. No paycheck going out. Nobody's going to be able to pay the bills this next month. Unless they got a lot of money because they're being paid well. Promised $42,000 as a bonus, something like that. Anyway, stop that money. They don't have any money coming in from doing the things to America that they are doing. And if they are in route to some other place, leave them there. Now that sounds cold. Yeah, it is cold. But the thing of it is this, is that it requires a certain discipline to live. And if you can't follow that discipline, then you're a cancer that needs to be removed. And I ain't talking about treated. I'm not talking about medicated. I'm talking about removed. A cancer needs to be removed. And what is a cancer? Cancer is that which comes to destroy. It didn't come to play with you, it comes to destroy, to take you down and eliminate you. That's what a cancer came to do. And you can't play with it. You gotta get it as soon as it starts. But if it slips in anyway, you go at that baby like it ain't. You don't have another minute. It got to go now. And I guarantee you, anybody that's working, those people that got fired by those, they got up and left. Why? Because they knew they weren't going to get paid unless some legal action is taking place that would allow that to happen. But in the meantime, they got up and left. But these crooks, you're telling them what to do, they're telling you what they're not going to do. You take that check. I guarantee you they won't do it. They won't do anything like what they're doing. Not if you take that check. And Donald Trump does not have enough money from those fake coins that he gets to pay them anyway. So stand up, America. Put your faith in that which is right. What they're doing to America, the philosophies that are being implemented or trying to be implemented in America is straight from the pit of hell. And America is here because you have brought it here. You have allowed it to be here. And it's not going anyplace. Yes, we got people protesting all over the country. It's not enough. You got to stand up and say no more. Even if nobody goes to work, but the people got to make sure that nobody tries no crazy stuff. Speak. Go down to wherever these people are and get them out of the White House. Donald Trump has no damn business in the White House. The Constitution says no criminal, as we need to know it, in paraphrasing terms, excuse me, no criminal that is known is going to be sitting up in the White House. And we got a crook that has violated all the rules, been adjudicated, found guilty. You put his butt in the White House because you wanted to keep America white. If you wanted to keep America white, I'm going to say it again. The reason that Donald Trump is in office, all placing all this stuff around, all this hell going around is because white people wanted to keep Donald Trump in office. They violated the Constitution to keep Donald Trump in office. And they got all of these people trying to pretend like they're trying to do something. The little edgy things. They're trying to come up and speak. But all the other stuff in between, he gets a chance to ride it like a pony. And that stuff is being normalized. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you better wake up. And stop going to these darn churches that tells you that turn the other cheek. What does that mean? Turn the other cheek. Turn it. And I guarantee if you were slapped on the first, you turn it, you're going to get slapped again. And you're supposed to. But it might take that to wake you up. It might take you knowing that nobody cares. You better stand up or you won't be. So, ladies and gentlemen, my subject is hold, not watch, but hold the money. Hold the money. Don't pay anybody that's violating what you've told them to do. I'm talking to the Congress now. I'm talking to the Supreme Court. If you've made these rulings and these guys are going to ignore them, Congress, you make sure that the money that they got the last time is the last money that they get. I'll talk to you later.